Alright. So, I've been playing with this mess. This is about all that's left of the fenders. When the boat was being delivered here, the tire on the driver's side blew out and just ripped the fender all to crap, and it was dragging. I told the guy, I'm like, just rip the rest of it off, get it out of the way, it's no good. So he tore it off, and then when I was replacing the motor, when I pulled the boat forward, it was wet and the boat slid over, and I ended up hitting the damn tree and smashed the front. So basically both sides were smashed. This one wasn't as bad. The other side, even the supports were just completely bent. I had to so basically what I did is I came up here, it's been months now, and I tried to take off the old fenders, but the bolts were so rusty that I couldn't get them off. So basically what I did was took a hammer and just beat them off of the old supports, and then I cut all the bolts off after I had the pieces off. As I tried, that was the only way I could get them off. And the other side, like I said, the supports were bent really bad and the U-bolts weren't great. But I went online, it was like, how much are these U-bolts? To get 2 of those U-bolts alone was like 50 something bucks. So I'm like, man, forget that. Ugh. So I got out the anvil and the sledgehammer. I beat everything straight again. Excuse me. I beat everything straight again, and then I took my tap and die and I cut new threads on the U-bolts, so they're still usable. I'm gonna use them again. But what happened, I did all that and I ordered these brand new fenders. Well, I ordered these fenders 3 months ago from Overton's. They had about the best price on them with the discount code. Problem was, I ordered them, and then a few days later I got a back order notice. So it was about 2.5 months before these things actually ever shipped out. The problem I have is, as you can see, they overlap. It's got to be cut, and I used to remember how it was cut, but in 3 months I forgot how it was cut. So I'm up here now trying to figure out how. There's one support right here, and I got to make that work. I came up here yesterday. I didn't film because I was out of it still, but I came up and looked at it. I think I haven't figured it out, but my brain is so messed up right now. I wasn't going to cut anything until I had another day to come back and make sure that what I was thinking was actually going to work. So that's what we're going to try to do today, is figure out. We got to figure out this cut so that we can get these on. As you can see, this has got to come forward quite a bit. I think I got it, but I want to make sure before I cut anything, because like I said, my brain is just not working real well. Once I get the fenders figured out, I have to put the trailer on jack stands and take the tires off, because I ordered 4 brand new tires. This tire right here, which is pretty low, is actually the best tire on here. The other 3 tires are crap. Like I said, one of them blew out on the way over here. I'm putting these new fenders on here. I don't want to leave these old tires on here and have a blowout and destroy a $60 fender. This thing's, yeah, by the time you tax and everything, it's probably about $60 a piece. So, yeah, just up here trying to figure that out, doing what I can. Still feeling a little bit rough. I just had an infusion. Today's Thursday, so it's been last Friday. So, let's see what we can do. Cutting that piece of wood and getting it under there is pretty much taking all I had. Something I should have done a long time ago. And we got the front supported. I had to order more jack stands. I don't know what happened to mine. They should be here today. And one of these days we got to jack up the back. But this is all we're doing up here today. I don't know how well this is going to work, but we got this marked off. Cutting those so I can get a straight line, and then I'll come back and cut these. Well, we cut it. Let's hope it's right. It's not perfect. We may have to adjust, because if you look at it this way, it's not straight. It almost worked. So hard to do anything. I got some figuring to do. So I figured out a little bit of the problem I'm having. The other one I cut flush here, and this one I cut in the center. I need to go back and cut it here. So that's what I'm going to do now. So when you put these on, if you look at this brace, it goes that way. The center brace is upside down. So basically, you cut that end off. Also, let me just show you. You cut this whole end off, leaving just this piece here. But you do have to make a tiny cut here, because that's upside down. It's got to slide over. Alright. Well, I don't have the energy. As I said, working with chemo in your brain, man, it makes everything more difficult. When I started this, it might have been a little long-winded at the beginning. But basically, putting these on was a lot more simple than what it turned out to me. It's basically just cutting those even with the support underneath. And that bracket's upside down, and then bolting the other two down. I can't do any more today. I'm out of it. But I need to, these are loose. I need to loosen the back and slide. These fenders are a little bit different shaped, I guess. But I need to slide the whole thing back. I just can't do it today. I'm gonna have to come back up and do it another time. But at least we're making progress. Next thing is to try to jack it up and get the tires off. That's a whole nother story. But like I said, sometimes I get long-winded. My brain, it just doesn't really work real well. But we got it on there. At least we're doing something. Hope everybody's doing well.